To start making videos for your YouTube channel, all you need is just a smartphone. If you have one, you're ready to go. In the next 12 minutes, I'll be talking about the 12 most important tips on how to film and edit a video for YouTube using just this little guy. Here we go. Hi, my name is Roman and this is the Movavi vlog, your go-to channel for making great YouTube videos. For my channel, I usually use a digital camera, but more than once I've uploaded to this channel the episodes I made using an ordinary phone. With this video, I would like to remind you that you don't have to buy an expensive camera to make a great YouTube channel. So, I've prepared 12 short tips on how to film and edit videos on your smartphone. For editing, I will use my favorite application, Movavi Clips. It's free and it works both on Android and iOS. I just can't wait to tell you all the 12 tips, so let's do this. Tip number 1. Choose the right angle. Turn on the camera on your phone and set it to selfie mode. This will help you define the frame and find a proper composition for your shot. It is recommended that you position the phone so that your face is in the middle part of the frame, approximately at eye level. This way, it will be more comfortable for your viewers because in life we communicate with each other in this way, by looking into the eyes. Note what the background and your outfit look like and whether there is enough light. This stage takes some time and it is absolutely natural if you are not satisfied with the picture the first time and want to change something to get closer to your perfect shot. Tip number 2. Consider the composition of the frame in advance. To make it easier to work on the composition of the frame, I advise you to enable the grid function on your phone. Using the grid, you will be able to stick to the rule of thirds, create and preserve a neat composition of the frame. For example, you can place yourself in the middle part of the frame. This way, you get a symmetrical composition. The upper line of the grid should be roughly at eye level, and the lower line on the shoulders. It's not necessary to place the face directly in the middle of the frame. Or you can place yourself on the right or left side of the frame. Keep in mind that in this case, the opposite side of the frame must not be empty. Later on the editing process, you can use this space to put a title or a sticker there. Tip number 3. Use manual focus and exposure. You can really shoot an awesome vlog on your phone in 2020 if you do not make fatal mistakes. One of them is to let your phone automatically adjust exposure and focus while you're filming. Because later at the editing stage of your video, you will need a stable picture, light and focus on your footage. If you have an iPhone, you just need to hold your finger on the screen for a long time, exactly where you want the focus to lock in. Adjust the exposure by moving the slider up or down. Tip number 4. Choose a good-looking background. At this stage, everything depends on your imagination. You can choose a simple and minimalistic backdrop and use the wall as a background, but to me, it's quite a boring and dull option. You can do better. Take a look at the room where you're planning to shoot and see their pros and cons. Get prepared. Remove the unwanted mess from the frame and leave only what will spice it up. In my opinion, the best option is to use the perspective of the room, like I usually do. This way, you tell your viewers a little more about yourself and reduce the distance between you and them, letting people into the space of your home. Tip number 5. Take care of the lighting. When selecting a location for filming, remember the light, especially when it comes to recording at home without using professional equipment. The most important rule is not to build a setup so that the main light source, whether artificial light or sunlight from a window, is behind you. Don't do that. It is the main light source that should be pointed directly at your face, not your back. That way you can illuminate yourself most evenly. In this manner, the background will be lighted less intensely and you will get a natural light emphasis on your face. Tip number 6. Use a lavalier mic or headset. In each of my videos, I keep saying, if you're making a video for YouTube, mind the sound. I'm convinced that sound is more important than picture. Therefore, whatever you do, do not use the built-in microphone. If you're filming your vlog at home using your phone, you have two options to get decent sound. Buy a lavalier microphone or use a simple headset for your phone and record the sound on it. Tip number 7, try to reduce the echo in the room. If you hear an unpleasant echo on the recorded footage, which is likely to be the case, here's a life hack which I told you about in one of our previous episodes. Use pillows, blankets, cloths, and in general, all soft objects and surfaces that can absorb the echo and reverberation. Place it outside the frame, but in close proximity to yourself. Of course, the echo will not go away completely, but it will still make a big difference. But if you're a perfectionist and want to get rid of the echo completely so that the sound in your room is like in a professional studio, you can do it, even without special expensive equipment. I've done this trick in this very room before, so please watch my previous video on this topic, you'll appreciate it. This is what it sounded like at the beginning. As you can hear, the acoustics in this room isn't that bad, but there's still an echo. And here's what I got at the end. Can you hear the difference? I think it sounds much better now. Tip number 8, put the phone on a tripod. You may have heard such advice a lot. You don't need a tripod, just put your phone on a stack of books, or you can just buy a mini tripod like this for 10 bucks or so. Don't do that. You will save a lot of time and effort if you buy a decent yet affordable tripod like this, for example, but not this nonsense. And here's why. A phone is very light. It's much lighter than a video camera, which means it's very easy to accidentally move it if it sits on a book or such a fragile tripod. And if you accidentally change the phone's position, the frame will change too. And you'll get shots with slightly different sizes and compositions, so they cannot be properly matched during the editing stage. Tip number 9. Make up your mind whether to use the main camera or the front camera. Well, this is an endless dilemma. The front camera is more convenient because we can see ourselves and control the frame while filming. But actually, this is exactly what makes it worse. This is how we humans are designed. If we see our reflection, we're tempted to look at ourselves all the time. Check to see if everything is alright with the expression on the face, if the hair looks fine, or start to look at the room and get distracted from the point. But the viewers want to see your eyes pointed at them because, as I said above, vlogging is essentially a conversation with a friend. You tell him or her story, give advice, share your experience and feelings. And during such a conversation, you want to create a trusting relationship so that your viewers want to come back to you again. So I would still advise you to use the main camera, especially since the quality of the picture the main camera provides is much more higher than the front camera does. Yet, if you're a control freak, you can put a mirror behind your phone and see what's going on in the frame. Or you can still use the front camera, but then make sure that you always look right here into the lens. Tip number 10. Shoot at 4K. Today, most phone cameras shoot at 1080p video and it's great. But if you can change the camera settings to 4K resolution, then I would recommend choosing this option. You can always change it back to 1080p while editing and crop your footage at some degree without losing quality of the final picture. Or just keep it 4K because it's awesome. Of course, the topic and content is more important, but believe me, achieving a cool picture quality is so exciting. Tip number 11. Break down your future video into logical parts. Imagine you wrote a script for your video, turned on your camera and started recording. At first, everything was going like clockwork and you remembered all the content, but suddenly you made a mistake or got something mixed up. So what do? You pause and try to remember where to start, get upset, and lose the spirit. To avoid such a situation, I would advise you to prepare a script in advance so that it consists of small parts and record each one by one, gradually moving from beginning to end. This way you won't lose the point, and if a thought does slip away, you can easily start recording a certain piece again, not the whole video from the very beginning. Also, it will be easier for the viewer to absorb the information, and on the editing stage, you will be much more comfortable to sort the footage out and make a complete video out of it. Tip number 12. Edit the video right on your phone. Modern mobile video editors let you make great videos for YouTube. That's why I recommend editing your footage right on your phone if you're already filming on a phone. Of course, you will have to get used to this type of editing, but it will happen quickly. And as a result, you won't have to send the footage to your computer, so you will be able to edit the video on the go. That's a bit of advice, you may say. How do you edit a video on a phone exactly? Well, I feel like it's my duty to tell you more. So you've filmed all the footage and now you want to edit the video right on your phone. To do this, I recommend using the Movavi Clips app. It's as simple and easy to use as possible, and it's also free with versions for iOS and Android. Launch the app. Next, you will see an icon with the plus sign. Click it, select the video option and choose an aspect ratio. Then you can add the clips you want to make your video from, and click Start Editing. Videos can be made horizontal, vertical or square. It all depends on your idea. This option can be easily changed later by clicking the aspect ratio button. You can change the timeline scale by placing two fingers on the screen and spreading them apart. If you want to cut out a piece, you need to scroll through the timeline, select the desired clip and click the icon with scissors. This way you split the clip in two. Remove the unwanted piece by swiping it down or up. If you accidentally delete the wrong piece, you can always click undo and return to the previous action. To relocate a clip, select it, then drag and drop to the desired location on the timeline. If you for some reason shot a clip upside down, you can always use the rotate button and fix it. Want to add background music? You can do that in Movavi Clips too. Open the Audio tab and click the plus icon. Then you can choose your own track or use the built-in music library. When you're ready, click Select. Now move the audio clip to your desired location. You can also adjust the volume of your music and video and then click the checkbox to confirm. If you want to add titles, which is a great idea for a YouTube video, then select the text icon. Here you can easily change the position, size and color of the text and select a font. If you want text to remain on the screen throughout the entire video, then use this tab to select the corresponding option. To apply color filters, tap the filters icon and select your favorite one. You can adjust the brightness, saturation and sharpness here in the Adjustments tab. To speed up or slow down the clip, click the speed icon. To export the complete video, click here and save it to your phone. Now you can upload it to your own YouTube channel. Alright, those were the 12 most essential tips for filming and editing your YouTube videos on your phone. Give a huge like into this video if it was useful to you. Subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell. My name is Roman, this was the Movavi vlog. I'll see you very soon.